Welcome everyone, I am Palpatine001, aka the Senate, and we are back with City Skylines 2 and Neo South Auckland, our first City Skylines 2 city. As you can see, we have gone past the 50,000 population milestone and we are about to reach the 100,000 milestone, which is often considered one of the critical milestones in City Skylines for two reasons. One, in the old CS1 game you had usually reached the agent limit traffic wise and population wise, and in CS2 we don't know what it was yet, and this is where bottlenecking started to happen in CS1 with the algorithms and the calculations. Cities going past 100,000 for some players have seen constant crashes even on high-end rigs, so we'll see what happens as we approach that 100k mark, which is about 27 or 26,500 people away. Now, just a quick recap, because today's video we are going to go back into the existing city before going into the new, and basically do some review stuff and do some optimization as far as CS2 allows, remembering unlike CS1 I don't have all the roads with bus lanes and busways and cycle lanes available, or even tram lines, optimized tram lines. I don't have Traffic Manager President's Edition yet. I don't have realistic population, realistic transfers, balanced industries, and the list goes on with the 72 mods and 5,500 assets we get in CS1. Hint hint, modding team, a lot of work to do. But we need to do the optimization, because even though we're at 73,000, our public transport is looking okay, although this has dropped down significantly at the moment. It was up at, oh no, it's switching over. This was at 54,000, but this was only at 5,000, so you can see we're getting mode shift coming into play. So this was actually 104,000 earlier, yesterday when I was setting the city up for today's video. We're now at 110, so public transport's going up, as is population. But we've also just got to be aware traffic flow hasn't really shifted from here, but as you can see, as we start going in, we are starting to pick up, especially as the city intensifies, we're starting to pick up quite a bit more lists now, which is even beginning to bug up the transit network. So we need to do the optimization. Just to note that the city has technically not expanded its footprint per se in and of itself between the 50,000 mark and where we are now at 73. We've added a few more industry in that to get raw resources up, such as new oil fields, some more farms, to make use of the limited resources you've got. And this is why I can't wait for City Planner Plays Mongolia City, where the resources are a bit more balanced. So we've added a little bit more industry, we've moved a few sewage plants around, and we've just done some little wee projects like the dam up here, which is interesting. Why are they all packing a sad? Probably because I actually need to get a bus line up here, to be honest. Just to help them along, but we'll deal with that later. So we've done small things, and we've gotten the city centre ready to go, as well as the Hamilton Growth Corridor. But this is just getting it set up ready, because office demand is actually starting to kick through after we placed down the medical university. But for the most of it, the extra 25,000 has been inside the existing city itself. As you can see, we're getting a lot more skyscrapers than that. Towards the office, high density residential and public housing is still pretty bugged, but a lot of this was low density zoning that we have upscaled. So a lot of this, as I was saying, was low density. We have now moved this to the medium density zones, starting at minimum row housing and working our way up to high density. We get some high density, some public housing, but it's still bugged at the moment, so these two are not working well because they're not tied back. But we have still got these zones in place ready to go for when Colossal Order does these next year. Hopefully, or my series playthrough is not going to be going very well. But the medium density stuff's coming through, so we are getting intensification and we are getting office going. So the existing city is growing in its existing footprint for the moment, which, as we know, will then start create traffic problems as your infrastructure surpluses get absorbed and you start switching into deficits. because you've got to remember the order of things. This is what you're trying to do as your city intensifies up from least desirable all the way up to the top, with the limitations of what we've got with the game at the moment. And with the city centre intensifying out with all our office, and I tell you what, there is a lot of office coming on. Well, sorry, that's actually commercial. Woohoo! Out of all the buildings I found a commercial. Of all the office coming online and in demand, yeah, it means people have got to move. So just quickly before we go into our review and optimization, we've got to remember what we were trying to achieve beforehand. So at the moment we've got this. So the city centre's underway, the growth corridor's underway, we've still got the metropolitan centre, we still need to do industry on this level. We've got some to do storage in that. We've got the airport going, but before we can come over to this side, and even up here and a little bit more down there, we've got to work with what we have now. So this is today is we're going to review and optimize, remembering as we come in. So we're going to be basically looking at, and it's mainly because of this, although not exclusively, you've got to remember we've got some Hickory Street is up, is red. Looks like that Myrtle Street is also coming up in red, and we've got some red coming up in the roundabouts, and this is always going to be congested where you've got a major interchange in play, but you can still optimize that up. Now we do have bus lines running down here, and it is, if we go down, it is bus line 4 that does the honours. Now she does carry a lot. That utilisation rate is going to continue to increase, but because it's at grade bus line running, she is going to get caught with a lot of conflicting movements. And we are starting to get regularly now full. So we're starting to run into problems. The buses are reaching capacity into parts, so we need to go to the next stage, which is trams. So what we're going to do, bus line 4. Let's get bus line 4 up. And looks like bus line 5 is going to be the next one up as well. And bus line 11. So we're already hitting our straps, and we're going to need to do some upgrades. So we've got 3 lines, if not 4 lines, that we need to actually we've got a few. Let's go through these lines one by one that need the upgrades. Basically anything that goes above 30%, and anything above 20 we need to start monitoring, because remember, usage is its utilization rate. So if we go back out, let me just get a and we're also, remember, we're starting to bottleneck as well. Okay, so these are the lines we need to upgrade before we can even really start going across the way. So we need to keep an eye on bus line 3. We need to upgrade 4. We need to upgrade 5. So that's its opposite counterpart. We need to oh shoot. We need to upgrade 11. In fact, we're going to take a brief look at 11 next. We need to do 12. And 14 has to be watched. And we just got to keep an eye on bus line, intercity bus line forward. That's a very long distance line. And rail should be doing its job. Let's just shoot up to bus line 11. So take these all off. I think it's the one. No, it's not the one I recently did. Let's find bus line 11. where is their old bus line 11? There's the tram lines. I suppose it would actually be easier if I just clicked on it and went to go and find it. Okay, let's go and find bus line 11 because that is... And it's just going to be a case of not enough. Oh, yeah, I can see why. Okay, let's go and find it. 174. Yikes, that's... Ooh. Oh, it's the industrial bus route. No, it is the one servicing the industrial residential complex. Okay, so that is... Oof, oof, oof. 45, 55, 29. Just not enough services on it, so let's optimize it to 9 and find the bus depot, and hopefully I've got enough buses, so that solves that small problem for now. So that's the first one out of the way. So there's your first round of optimization. Yay. Let's do the next one. These two are concurrent. That's going to be reliant on the tram line. Don't need to worry about bus line 14 yet. Actually, where is bus line 14? Ooh, remind me not to pick such a shitty colour. Okay, there it is there. Where are you running, Buster? Oh, is that the one I've just recently upgraded? Or not? Bus line 14. Where do you go? You go to the airport. Ah, that will be the second one. Oh, you run all the way up here, so you service this one. Okay, I think that's just going to be a case of 14. Let's just put on a couple of more buses for now, especially if I'm going to expand up there anyway. And then we've got one more bus line to check, and that was bus line 3. $48. Myrtle Street. Well, wait, is that the one? Where do you? Okay, let's find another stop. Ah, okay. I think you're the one that runs all the way down here. Okay. So yeah, those are cases of watch. So let's go back to. Let's turn that back on. Oh yeah, you service and then come up Myrtle Street, don't you? Yeah, right up the guts. That could be up for a tram line. Okay. So bus line 4 and 5. So she does a loop, basically a loop round to and from the airport and through some very, very busy, probably the two busiest areas outside the two city centres in all of the city. Okay, so that's telling me Hickory Street needs an upgrade pretty bloody quick. And so does Aspen Street. And the thing is, we've already got tram lines ready to go. Bus line 5 is, as I say, is also an airport run. going the opposite direction. Okay, so it's, yeah, that should all be turned back on. Okay, so if we were to scroll in, come down, in fact, so bus line 4, and I'll take this off. Remember, bus line 5 is going back the other way, so we are basically running down this end. Yeah, you can see we're gonna snarl ourselves. Okay, so she runs down here and then she runs all the way across. This is technically also the oldest part of the city too. Just drop down further. Note to colossal order, please make trees and grass lower noise pollution, like it did in CS1. Don't make it purely decorative. Just gotta make sure that we're on the correct line. Bus line 4, and that's bus line 6, I don't need to worry about. So we're scrolling all the way up. You can see we are... Yeah, tramway is going to certainly help. Go through. And now we've got bus priority kicking in. So this part's okay at the moment. And then we start running into our problems up here, although... Okay, that's... Okay, so we've got some issues there now. I move him to the top of the stop. Should also keep him away from... See what you mean about noise. So that just puts them at the top of the stop. Whew. Well, let's just keep this running. Okay, so here we come up to the congestion points. Here's the first big one. So we've got a huge problem up here. And we're getting major congestion problems down here. What line's that? Bus line 3 could actually be the one needing a tramway, to be honest. Because we're just getting absolutely gummed up here. This also could be a case of having to remove the roundabout. And we're getting equally gummed the other way. So the buses are getting held up in the traffic here. Now I should actually, just so you can hear the noise, I'm just going to let this run for a few moments. This is the noise we've got. So at the same time we are backing up our buses quite badly because we're just getting very congested. Go on. So this is a major problem which is backing up our buses. In fact, if anything, I am wondering if I actually, before we even go tramline, make this a traffic light controlled intersection. We're going to keep the city ambience on. You should be able to see how noisy the city is and see why they're having complaints. Let's keep going up. Okay, this has sorted itself out. It's probably because... Trust me, these workers are good traffic brake. Believe me. Okay, so we come up here. We're basically... Okay, now we've got the tram line returning. And again, we've got congestion. And this parking building will be a big reason for it. As well as a lot of pedestrians crossing the road. Where are they? Whew! If there was a reason for a tram line, this would be it. Okay. We're all waiting for a tram. And here it comes now. Might be stepping up the trams too. See, this is all part of the review. You get down with the city and just see what happens. Okay. It's board. $81, so we're getting utilised very heavily. Is there a bus stop up this end? Or is that further up? Let's just back up a bit. No, bus stop not on this side, so they go straight. It'll be on the other side of the roundabout. So this would be good to bring the tram line down, at least for... Bus line 4 anyway. Bus line 5 might be fine. And then we quieten back off as you head out to the airport. Now the trams run down here and I am likely... Ooh, that's noisy. I'm likely to keep them running down there. I'll show you actually where the bus lines continue to go. So they continue... See, these guys are getting seriously held up. He's not going to even able to do it. We'll wait for him to come down. So a tram line is going to be it. It's just because it's going to, and it's in the middle. It's separated away. I've got one intersection that... Actually, before we even do that, I might get that intersection fixed first. See if we can... See if that works. If not, we're just going to bring in the tram lines. Yeah, they're gonna... Oh, okay, we've got 2 in here. He's full, and he's gonna be... Equally as... No, he'll do it. Alright, well... So it continues down. Let's do some... Let's just optimize the intersection first and then we'll switch over. So he continues down. Oh, listen to all your noisy residents. Yeah, there won't be many there. And then he'll hit the roundabout. He goes to the metro, then he heads up here. Over the bridge. And then you're on to the airport, which is just over there. Now coming back... Just run it back the other way. So this is where they run back the other way. Not as bad at the moment because this hasn't redeveloped yet. Bus line 4, yeah, they're waiting quite excessively. Down we go. This roundabout's starting to get a little bit bad as well. Through. Hospital. Okay, so we've got our set points that we need to do. Alright. So as you can see, bus lines 4 and 5 get very heavily used, and they're only going to get even more so as this area continues to intensify, because this is all zoned high density and public housing. So, okay, the roundabout's causing one half of the problem. There will also be the parking lots causing the other half of the problem, although that seems to be stabilizing. Another problem that Colossal hasn't sorted. They've done it with the airport, but they haven't done it with this yet. This is designed for right-hand traffic. You would come this way and down and out. But remember, I play left-hand traffic. You're going out the other way. So it's a case of absolutely hopeless in this regard. But anyway, let's see if we can fix some stuff up. Oh yeah, they do this. This is a bit of a problem now. I'm just wondering, can I? No, you can't. This is also a case of me probably needing to move parking lots. And also just charging a bucket load more, but these have no influence, which is a real pain in the thing. Population's still going. I'm going to hit 75 short. Alright. Let's try our first optimization piece, shall we? Let me just do a little bit of magic behind the scenes, and let's see what we have got from here. Okay, so what we have basically done is removed a roundabout and made it a singularized intersection. Now the routes seem to be okay. Okay, I just got to do a couple of minor changes. Just got to just redig the bus stops that were moved. We've got no bus stop down this end. No, it's there. Okay, so this is basically created turning bays. Let's see how this goes once it fixes itself up. Just get these. So might as well clear these out. I think these are all. Looks like we've settled almost all the pedestrians, probably because I've just fired everyone. Okay. Now, are we under traffic lights control? Yes, we are. Okay. Let's see how well this is up. We might have actually just needed to stave off the need for a tram line, because we're not trying to pile everything through at once, which is going to make one of the shortest videos under the sun. I'm just going to make sure we have not put a taxi stop in there. No, they're just realigning themselves. And that will rebuild itself very quickly. If anything, we can probably go high density in there actually. Okay, I think we might have. Well, this. See, without TMP, I can't optimize these out yet. Well, it looks like we might have actually solved one half of our problem. So the buses will just go up and over. You let them. I think this is this full movement because I did demolish a buckload of buildings just earlier. So it's a case of rip. Yeah. Okay. Seem to have. Whew. Yeah, that's because they're all. Probably because I've just demolished it. I've got to go and find new housing, so that's going to be a little bit congested for a while. For the rest of it, it seems to we have. And that down there is fixing. Oh, okay. Oh, you get this. The double. Give me a second. Yeah, it'll take a little bit to clear out, but they'll clear. Okay, that seems to have solved one problem for today. Okay, no tram line. Right. Don't think this one was... Okay, so our next one, now this one gets a little bit more complex because we've actually do have a tram line running down it. Okay. Well, if that was optimization, that's going to be a very short video today, folks. That's all because of just removing 2 roundabouts. And this is also settled down as well. Well, blow me down with a feather. Man, that wasn't even that expensive to fix. Although, we'll come back to it afterwards because it isn't technically nighttime at the moment. Okay. Let's have a look at this, and here, high density is still not working. Let's take a look at here. Birdstrong Street wasn't causing a problem. But Myrtle Street was our first big one. This looks like this is going to be another one to watch. Yeah, it's going to be one to watch. That could be just a case of placing a simple 3-laner. In fact, let's place in a 3-lane and see what happens. 3, 5 actually. Have we got bus lines on that side? Yes, we do actually, I believe so. Yep, so we could, for the sake of argument, although I don't think the bus lines are strictly really don't know how, because the way the intersection's configured. But that's going to be another one that's going to have to be brought to lights control. Oh dear. Okay, we've calmed that intersection down. This one's okay for the moment. We're leaving this big one for now. Alright. Yeah, see, I think we're going to be doing a lot of roundabout optimization more than tram lines at the moment. Alright, next one. Give me 2 seconds and we'll come back to it. Alright, next intersection optimized. We're just going to give it a moment for it to clear out and see how that goes. So let me just... Actually, have we got... No point. Geez, there's actually even no point bus lining that side because they actually cross over. Ah, the post vans are causing problems. Okay, yeah, we are. Ah, this is the pipe maintenance depot here. Ah, this is a case of why are you doing right-hand turns when I don't want you to? And we're moving along fine. This will clear itself shortly. Just gotta remember, is there? This is the problem, is cutting across. Yeah, and there's no parking there. Just jack that up. Okay, seems to have... That's the parking lot causing problems. Which was always going to be the case. Replace the zones. And like that, we've sorted that problem out. So we this is where TMPE would be very useful right now. If anything, I am actually going to demolish this or move it. Because this is causing significant problems at the moment. Although the buses should have to just completely fly down here. Might actually move this out of the way and just replace the zoning. Because if they're going to cut across here, it's not going to interfere with the buses. And where are you turning off? Oh, it's not a... Actually, no, I will stop that. This has also been a bit of a problem in game. The U-turning. Right, that's going to move them along, and that bus should just have it. Actually, no, we'll leave it as is. I'll develop shortly. Okay, 2 problems solved. There's a truck waiting to come out now, delivery van. Once he moves, everything will move. Can't do much about service here. We'll take a... Ooh, okay. Let's see, parking's been a... Could... That is a bucket load of people on the move. Is there a metro station down here? No, because I can't hear it. Okay. Parking lots, pain in the butt. Just cruising on through. Don't want to touch this yet till I do the tram line, and well, there we go. We seem to have fixed most of our problems. So, short video today, folks. We have done. It's down a little bit. Okay. Yep, no, this is looking a bit better now. The parking lots are causing the problems, but for the rest of it, this intersection's next up on the to-go list. Is that a right-hand turn? Funky traffic. Okay, let's take one more look. And this is going to be a two-parter. So this is part 1, working on bus line 4 and 5. Yeah, these roundabouts are causing problems as well as that parking lot. So the roundabouts are still causing major problems. So we'll start taking these out in part 2. So this is part 1, folks, of traffic optimization, basically with bus lines 4 and 5. Fixing these up. Basically, it's intersection fixing for now. If that doesn't work, we switch over to trams. In part 2, we'll continue fixing this up by knocking out these bigger roundabouts which are not working on the 6-laners very well through this area, through the bus line 4 and 5 area, and we'll see how that goes. In any case, even if I do need to put the tram lines, I've given the buses a little bit more optimization for now. So this concludes part 1. We will be back with part 2.